Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Professor Dedi Purwana Embrus as Supervisor Introducing. My name is Fitrianingsih, student of the Office Administration Education 2019. On this occasion, I will present the result of my internship program report in the subdivision of planning, Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi. Before competing in the global industry, the State University of Jakarta created an internship program that is mandatory for all final year students to face the real world of work. Internship programs are one way to introduce the world of work to students in higher education. Through the internship program activities, students are expected to be able to implement the knowledge and theories that have been learned in the lecture and be able to apply them in the real world of work. In addition, the internship program is also an opportunity for cooperation with companies that are looking for a workforce and has a big role in developing human results and increasing competitiveness. The implementation of the internship program activities which have the following objective. The first is increase the thinking insight, experience, knowledge, abilities, and skills of students in the field of office administration. And the second is allow students to apply appropriate theories in the field of office administration. And the third is fulfill the internship course, which is one of the graduation requirements for undergraduate students of Office Administration Education, Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta. And the last is establish cooperation between the Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta, with both government and private institutions where students carry out the internship program. The implementation of the internship program starts from 21 January 2021 to 22 February 2021 at Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi, Street Jenderal Ahmad Yani, Nomor 1, Kayuringin Jaya, South Bekasi, with 5 days working time, start from Monday to Friday, and working hours start from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi, hereinafter referred to as Persandian, is a regional apparatus that functions as a means of disseminating information to the wider community regarding public information service and digital service in building a Bekasi city based on smart city. Formed on 20 December 2016 based on the regional regulation of the City of Bekasi number 7 of 2016. The vision of Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi is a Bekasi city is smart, creative, advanced, prosperous, and ihsan. This vision is a picture of the future that will be released in the next 5 years in the city of Bekasi. To carry out the duties and function of Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi so that it can be carried out and achieve good result. Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi has a mission that refers to the mission of the Bekasi city government, namely is increase the capacity of good governance. Next, in the organizational structure, Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi is led by a head of the service and is assisted by an office secretary. Then for the secretariat, it is assisted by 3 subdivisions, namely the financial subdivision, the planning subdivision, and the general and civil service subdivision. And to carry out programs and activities assisted by 4 fields of activities, namely the field of public information management, e-government, information and communicational technology, and the last is finally statistic and coding. During the internship program, I was allowed to do tasks related to the planning and was also allowed to use official technology. In this internship program, I carried the following tasks. The first is creating document with Microsoft Word application, include making a work plan, or namely is Renja. Work plan is a planning document that contains policies, programs, and activities of agency for 1 year. The regional apparatus Renja has a very fundamental function in the regional planning system because the regional apparatus Renja is planning produced in government organizational units. And the second is creating a strategy plan document, or namely is Renstra. The strategy plan or Renstra is essentially a planning document of an organization or institution. And the second activities is creating document with Microsoft Excel application. Include the first is creating an action plan table. The steps for making a work plan table are as follows. First, make a title on this column, and the second is later it will be assisted by the finance subdivision unit and the head of the field for completing documents. And the third is after all the field proof the document and data, the planning subdivision will copy into the table to be thoroughly checked by the head of the service. And the fourth is approve this table will be input into the overall work plan document in Microsoft Word. And the activities 2 is make a work plan table. The steps for making an action plan table are almost the same as making a work plan, but in the sequence input programs, it is input into the overall government agency performance accountability report document in Microsoft Word. And the third activities is creating a performance tree. The content of creating a performance tree is the same as a work plan, except that it was made as began above and not detailed, only the points that are considered the most important to facilitate the reporting process and easy to read. And the last activities is filing documents. The step for filing activities that I do include the following. First, documents that have been made, such as work plans, strategic plans, are printed using a printer in 3 copies. And the second is after that, the document is checked by the head of the planning subdivision before finally being approved for follow-up. And the third is after obtaining approval from the head of the planning subdivision, the documents are submitted to the head of the department for approval and second checking. And 4 is when the document is declared passed, the document is input into a chief strong form in the Microsoft Excel. And the 5 is after the document is stored by the archivist of the section, the archivist in the scanner for digital storage on the drive of the planning subdivision. And the 6 is after scanning, the first copy will be stored in the planning subdivision filing cabinet. The second copy will be given to the central archive to be stored in the archive flashlight data. And the third copy will be given to relevant officials such as the Mayor of Bekasi, Bapeda, Baplitbangda, and others. During the internship program, activities carried by me in the planning subdivision at the Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi, I carried the activities as well as possible. But of course, I also experienced obstacles in implementing the practice. The obstacles I face are: first is there is no standard operating procedure or SOP for students who carry out street vendors, so that there is no clarity on the work that must be done by me at the street vendor place, and I only work when there are employees of the planning subdivision of Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi who ask for help, and when I initiative to offer help. And the second obstacle is lack of office technology such as computers and color scanner, so that it hinders the process of completing the text. To overcome this obstacle, I'm trying to find solutions so that this obstacle can be resolved properly. The solution include the following. First is I propose to the supervisor to make standard operating procedure for interns or practice student, so that I get a more organized assessment and didn't wait for employees who need help. Preparation of standard operating procedure can be in oral or writing form. If using writing, the supervisor can use print media such as poster and print on paper and tape to the wall. As for verbally, the supervisor can convey on the first day I do internship, so that with the SOP I will adapt more quickly to the work to be done. And the second is performing the procurement of goods. Each office has its own infrastructure needs. Therefore, infrastructure becomes important for the implementation of employee work activities. Good, efficient, precise, and effective management of office infrastructure is necessary for office to achieve the desired goals of or work targets. One form of management of office facility and infrastructure is the procurement of facility and infrastructure. However, before the procurement of office facility and infrastructure is held, it is necessary to check and record beforehand so that the facility and infrastructure purchase are by the needs. For the reason, I propose to the supervisor to conduct regular check regarding existing facility and infrastructure, as well as carry out periodic maintenance so that existing facility and infrastructure can still be well maintained and have a long service life. And to support the activities carried by me, I bring my own laptop to speed up or completion. As for the student, I use a scanner application on my smartphone to produce color scanner. I carried out an internship program for 22 days at the Dinas Komunikasi, Informatika, Statistik, dan Persandian Kota Bekasi. In practice, I do work related to Microsoft Word, Excel, and achieving application, include the use of the technology such as printer, scanner, and photocopiers. I also encountered obstacles such as a lack of SOP for interns and a lack of office technology. So I suggest to companies to make SOP both in oral and written form, and also suggest to procure goods and maintenance goods regularly so that office equipment and machine are well maintained and have a long life. The suggestion that I can give include: the first is the company can make with learners or standard operating procedure for students who carry out internship program, so that the implementation of the practice will be more effective, efficient, and directed. The second is the company can pay attention to the available facility and infrastructure so that it can support completion of office work so that it is faster and more efficient, and can take full advantage of the facility and infrastructure. And the third is students must be active in the training and developing interpersonal skill in the themselves. This is so that students can interact with every party in the work environment and make the practitioner complete the work they get. That is all I can say. I hope this report will be of use to all of us. I apologize if there is an error in the choice of words. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.